Welcome student. In previous lecture we started a second lesson, sources of history, and having introductions about this lesson. Now in this lecture we are going to see the first material sources of history, that is material sources. The man, let us read with the explanation. The man uses a variety of things in a day to day life. They are known as artifacts. Artifacts used by human in the past provide us valuable information about the life in the ancient time. We can decide the period of ancient artifacts like earthen pots by studying the shape, color, and design on the ancient posthull. Another material source, that is ornaments and other artifacts, throw lights on a social interaction. We get information about the diet of the people from the remains of food grains, seed, and bones of animals found in excavation. Also, we find the remains of houses and buildings built in different historical period. We also find ancient coin and seal. All these gives us information about human activities in the past. All such artifacts, articles, monuments, and their ruins are called as a material sources of history. So, student, material source, something that that made by the ancient people, used by the ancient people. And these materials like earthen pots, ornaments, they are material uh, uh, which they used, their weapons, uh, their day-to-day rituals, material. These all the materials gives us the information and the social conditions at that time. So if we wanted to get the information about that ancient history, uh, we must go through these material sources. We it is These material sources make us easy to understand the situation at that time. Okay. uh, put Here we have here the food grains do not last long. They get easily infested and turn into powder. In ancient time, people used to roast food grains before grinding them. If a few grains got charred while roasting, they were thrown away. Such charred grains can remain intact for a very long period during excavation. Such charred grains can be recovered. When these are inspected in a laboratory, we come to know what grains it is. Here is the picture shown of coins. These coins are released by the ancient ruler or society head or leader so that through these coins also we get information about the advancement of the society, ancient society. Here are picture of the postcard. Potsherd. Potsherd means the remains of a pot, breaking pots. Okay, ornaments, earthen pots. These gives us more informations about the social condition at that time. Here is a copper plate. On this copper plate, we have written information of that time. Inscription on a rock. These also one of the source is to understand the history. The second source of history is a written source. In today's life, we have a different type of writing instruments. Writing instruments. We have digital writing instruments, devices. So the written sources like the epics or big books which we call as a grantha, or gives us more informations about the history in which period they are written. But the history started from the Stone Age people. Okay, here is the second written sources, that is let us read this point. The Stone Age people have recorded any event and expressed their emotions painting on the rock. It was the only after thousand of a year that man learned to art of writing. In the beginning, human used symbol and sign to record their thoughts and ideas. However, it took thousands of years for the script to develop from this. In this beginning, man wrote on a potsherd, unbaked bricks using pointing object. He also used birch tree, that is Burjapatra, bark to write on. As his experience and knowledge increased, he began to write it a different way. He began to record an event that took place around him. Accounts of the proceeding of royal courts were also written systematically. So, in the historical times, the kings kept a person who wrote the greatness of the king. So, the written source which we available is that which are written from that people. He begins to record the events that took place around him. So, accounts of the proceeding of royal courts were also written systematically. Many rulers had their order, judicial decision, donation, etc. inscribed on a stone and copper plates over a period of time. Many farms of literature developed. They included books on a religious and a social subject, plays, pottery, travelage, and a scientific work. All this literature helps us to understand the history of a various historical period. These sources are known as written sources of history. So, in the historical times, there are many written books are available. Um, that is the history of Shivaji Maharaj is written by Kavi Paramananda, that is Shiv Bharat. Chhatrapati Sambhaji Raje read, write down Buddha Bhushan. So, Buddha Bhushan, the history of Akbar, we get information in Ainak Akbari. So there are many books in the history through which we understand the situation, historical situation at that time. So these are the written sources at the very ancient times, prehistoric times. There are Ramayana and Mahabharata. These books gives us the historical information about the Ramas and in the Mahabharatas, the social condition, the kings and their consequences, and many events which are written in these books. So this is the one type of main source of of a history. Here is a tree of Burja tree, and here the second picture is shown as a written, that is Burjapatra. The Burjapatra means a writing sheet made from the bark of the birch tree. Burja is the Sanskrit name of this birch tree. The birch tree are found in Kashmir. Oral sources, there are some rituals, cultural rituals happens in the families and a society. So for a particular event, on a particular day, so at that time in Indian culture, we have many variety of rituals in different societies. They have their own oral source, oral songs, oral stories that's carried out by generation to generation. And so these oral sources also available us to understand the social conditions of the history. These are like OVs, folk song, folk tales, and similar literature passes from the generation to generations by word of mouth. These literatures is not in a written form but carried out through previous generation to next generation. How there is one example of it, that we have a war of Panipat, and we lost it. The social communities who lived in that area, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, have a folk song which they carried out through generation to generation. Through the in that song, they gives information to the next generations about that war and the leaders who fought from Maratha Sardars, that is Sadashivra Bhau. So we get the information about the Panipat through this oral song, which carried out by oral way. So these oral sources also one of the source to know the history. Okay. Here are the OVs, that is the Panduranga Pita, Rukmini, Maji Baya, Ashada Variyela, Pundalika Ala and Aya. This is this is the cultural OVs, which is sung by the women's while they are just doing the work of making flour of a grain at the early morning time. Okay, that is called Zatyavarल्या Ovya. Zatyavarल्या Ovya. The instrument that is making a flour is called as a Zate. Okay. Here is the second from the north side, that is the Mahanagari Ujni Lai Punyavanadani Tethe Nandadota Raja Sukhi Hoti Praja Tini Loki Gaja Vaja Asa Ujnicha Ikram Raja. So this is the one folk song about the great king, that is Vikramaditya. He is the honest king at that time. So people remember through this type of folk song tells us about the greatness of this Vikramaditya. So here are some sources. Okay, we stop here, and here are some sources. Here is the table of that sources, like the sources, three types of basically sources: the material source, written source, and oral source. In the oral source, we have Vedic, Buddhist, Jain literature of the ancient India was preserved by oral tradition. It is now available in the written form. Even so, the oral tradition is still alive. When oral compositions are used for history writing, they are included in oral sources. Second is the written sources, that is the inscriptions of the Harappan seal. So there are writing some written source, and that is the inscriptions of that time, inscriptions on a Harappan seal. So we found the seal which is has some written information about that times Vedic literature, Mesopotamian clay tablets, manuscript copies of the Mahabharata and Ramayana, Jain and Buddhist literature, writings of Greek historian Travelage by Chinese travelers, book of grammar, Puranas, the Chinese traveler, that the Yuan Tsang write down the information about his traveling throughout India. In the material sources, there are artifacts and structural remains. In the artifacts, they are not manufactured or made up by the human beings. It is made up by the human being human being. So there are rock paintings, pottery, terracotta object, beads, ornaments, a sculpture, metal object, coin, weapons. In the structural remains, it is like caves, houses, stupas, rock cut caves, temples, churches, mosques, pillars, etc. So student, here we have a large informations about those sources, that is the written material sources, written sources and oral sources, through which we get the informations about the history of the ancient times. Okay, now we will stop uh, here. Okay, in the next lecture we will go through the next point, that is the sources of ancient Indian history. Okay, thank you.